Hello guys, how are you all? Welcome to my channel. So, today we are gonna see, what if Naruto goes back in time to save Minato and Kishina from Kyuubi, part 1. Subscribe if you enjoy the video. Let's start the story. The cry of a baby was heard. Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage of the village hidden in the leaves, looked at Kyuubi, the nine-tailed beast, straight in the eye. Ready to seal him while Kishina held the demon fox with her chakra chains. Minato, isn't there anything we can do to avoid this? Kishina pleaded with tear-filled eyes. She did not want her son to suffer the same pain she had to go through as the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki, a human sacrifice. Kishina, you know just as well as I do, it is impossible. I can't ask another parent to sacrifice their child if I myself can't do that, and I can't destroy the beast. We need the beast to maintain the balance between the five great nations, and it's impossible to seal so much chakra away, Minato reasoned. Minato started to make the hand seals for the S-rank forbidden sealing technique, Death Reaper seal. Kishina cried, seeing that her son would have to suffer for the rest of his life, not to mention that he would never have the love of a father. Her heart fell, unwillingly one of her chakra chains came loose, giving the demon fox the opening to use his claw to kill the child along with his parents. He lifted his paw, extending one of his claws to attack. An orange light blinded them. Boom, the boy of 17 years stood there. He was clad in orange flames. His face, coat, legs, everything was orange other than the shirt he wore underneath the coat. It was black with an orange pattern. Hello Kurama, the ninja clad in orange, spoke. The boy stood among a chakra-based fox which stopped Kurama's attack. Kurama was confused. Here in front of him was him. It wasn't like those two, but his own power. He could feel his own chakra radiating from the boy, though it was a bit weaker, but still, he had no doubt. It was him. Who are you, weird one? Why do I sense my own power within you? Asked Kurama. You guys can take a breath now, Mom, Dad, said the boy. Minato and Kishina were more than confused. Here was a boy who had the same marks as their son, was atop a chakra-based fox, and he was addressing them as his parents. Who are you? Kishina asked. I am Naruto Uzumaki, your son, Mom. Naruto replied. What kind of fool do you take us for a kid? I can feel that you have a tremendous amount of power, but does that power come at the cost of your brain? Clearly you don't believe we will fall for such trickery. Minato said. He was very confused and anxious. He already had the fox cornered, and now there was a person who wielded almost the same power. He was worried if this was also the masked man's scheme. The man who almost killed his son and wife. I knew it won't be that easy, but please just hear me out. All of you. Even you, Kurama. Please. Naruto pleaded. The fox retracted his claw and took a sitting position. This situation could be a blessing in disguise, Minato thought, and was about to take advantage, but Kishina stopped him. Minato, please. The boy did save us. I have faith that you will be able to defeat them if they prove a foe to us, but please let's hear the boy out. Kishina said. Minato sighed. Very well, speak. But I only want the truth and nothing else. Minato said in a stern voice. I think I have a better idea. Why don't you put all of your hands together? I'd rather show you. You can always check with all your powers if it's true or not. Naruto reasoned. So under Kurama's palm they put their hands, and Naruto showed them everything. Who he is, his origin, all of his memories till now. Son, both Minato and Kishina whispered. They both embraced him. After seeing all that Naruto had to bear and how he came, they were overwhelmed when they were finally able to be together once more. Kurama also saw all the memories and did acknowledge him as his partner, his best friend. So then Naruto, what do you plan to do now? Kurama asked. The same question was also among his parents' hearts. What do you want to do, Kurama? Do you want to be stuck with me again? Naruto asked in a serious tone. If what you showed is all true, I don't see why not. I would like to be your partner once more, seeing you only have half of my power. Kurama said. I see. Thank you, partner. I need to tell you all now that I want to seal Kurama's full power in my body. Naruto said, pointing to the boy in the altar. The reason I am here is so that the future can be changed for the better. But also needs to be very close to what you see, because there were many things that were for the best. So you intend to seal me into your child's body? Kurama asked. Yes. I am not asking you to help me from the start, he won't have my memories. So yes, he has to gain your trust to achieve your full power. But dividing won't work, so yes, I want to seal your full power into my child body, unlike myself who only has your yang half. Naruto told the lot. Mom, Dad. It was great seeing you, but you are not my parents. You are my parents. All I ask is that please don't misjudge Kurama and trust him. I hope you will take the best course of action for the future. Minato and Kishina couldn't say a single word. They knew this was the best course of action to avoid the dark future that was about to come. I am proud to be your father's son, I really am. Minato said. I love you, Naruto, no matter what time you come from, I'll always love you. Kishina said, embracing her son. I know mom, dad. I love you too. Are you ready for Kurama? Naruto said. Yes boy, Kurama answered. Very well. Naruto did some seals and pointed his palm at Kurama, who immediately turned into chakra-based fox and slowly was sealed in the newborn Naruto. Take care, Kurama, he said as he closed his eyes, drifting to the lands of the dead. Kishina gasped. Kishina, you know what happened. Don't be sad, we have our Naruto to take care of. This time we will be there for him. Minato said, hugging Kishina. Kishina went for Naruto and Minato went for the teen one who just died for some reason, he had to bury him. Kakashi and Tenzu came and took the body of the person who was covered with Minato's robes. He had ordered not to try to find his identity. We will bury him at Konoha Cemetery. Minato said. What name should we put? How about Menma Uzumaki? Kishina said to Minato. Well, this evening was certainly eventful, Minato said, in more ways than I ever thought. I know, Minato. I am so proud of you, Kishina said as he took baby Naruto in her arms. She kissed her beloved husband. I can't believe our lack would make him grow this much. I will make sure this time you grow up with all our love. This time I will train him and help him reach his dreams. Even if I have to give up my seat as Hokage. Minato added. They were walking peacefully in their arms. Their destination was Namika's estate. But Hiruzen, the villagers were worried about what happened to their beloved fourth. Hiruzen Tobi was worried sick for his successor. He was among the people who saw Minato use Flying Thunder God to teleport Kyuubi with him to a safe distance. Where are you, Minato? Hiruzen thought. As he walked, he noticed an Anbu with a dog face coming towards him. Lord Tobi, Lord Minato has a message for you. He has asked you to meet him at his estate, the Anbu said. Very well, you may leave, Tobi said. The Anbu bowed and left. I wonder why Minato called me out of the blue. He knows he needs to report to the council after such a huge scale of battle took place, Hiruzen thought. Well, no use thinking about it. He sighed as he made his way to his destination. Hiruzen reached the place and found Minato with Kishina, who held a baby in her arms. Is that your baby, Minato? Hiruzen asked. Yes, Lord Hiruzen. His name is Naruto, Minato answered. He is a very cute boy indeed. So Minato, why have you called me here? The council has already started for the meeting, Hiruzen told him. Lord Hiruzen, this matter is about Naruto and the Kyuubi. Minato informed him. Hiruzen was confused, then he was shocked for a moment, and lastly he had sadness in his eyes. Are you meaning to tell me your boy has been made into a Jinchuriki? Hiruzen asked. Yes. That is why I asked to meet you before the meeting. I need your help. I need to give my son a decent childhood at least, Minato told him. Very well. You will have my support, Minato. Let us go to the meeting now, Hiruzen told him. Thank you, Lord Hiruzen. Kishina brings Naruto. We need to take him to the meeting. And I'd be less worried if it's you who's with him, Minato told his wife. Of course, Minato. I'll be at his side. Let's go, my love, Kishina replied. With that, the three ninjas left for the upcoming meeting. They made their way to the meeting room. The room consisted of two groups. Civilians and ninjas. In the center there were the main clan heads that led the ninja population. It consisted of Hyuga, Tobi, Uchiha, Namikaze, Nara, Yamanaka, Akamichi, Aburame, and Yuzuka. Kishina took the seat for Namikaze, which also stood for Uzumaki. The other clan heads were Fugaku Uchiha, Hiashi Hyuga, Hiruzen Tobi, Shikaku Nara, Inoichi Yamanaka, Chouja Akamichi, Shibi Aburame, Tsumin Yuzuka. Alongside them was Danzo Shimura and the members of Council Himura Midokado, Kahara Udatane. Let the meeting begin. Hiruzen said. That is well and all, but why does Lady Kishina have a baby on her lap? Hiashi asked respectfully. This is our son, Naruto, Minato replied. I see. Congratulations are in order, Lord Hokage, Lady Kishina. Hiashi said. Thank you, Minato said. I'd like to talk about your son, but I'd feel a lot safer if you would explain the battle that took place with you and the Kyuubi, Lord Hokage. I am sure we all have that question in our minds, Fugaku said. Yes, about the battle. I was able to corner the beast, but I was not able to destroy the Kyuubi, Minato said. Yes, that is to be expected. After all, tailed beasts are not mortal. Shibi said. So what steps have you taken in order to ensure our peace, Lord Hokage? Danzo asked. I have made my own son the jailer of Kyuubi, a Jinchuriki. Minato informed the whole council. The council was filled with uproar. Kakashi was shocked, but he knew it was just like his master to do that. Many people looked at Naruto with honor and with shock. But there were many people who looked at his sleeping form with pure hatred. Then how is that the boy is still breathing? You should have killed the boy right then. A civilian exclaimed. What followed was not good for him. He was already in the grips of Minato, who held him high, choking him. So you're telling me that my own son, whom I made a Jinchuriki without his own consent to protect you people, deserves to die because he is protecting you? Minato roared. Yuigaku was in agreement with the civilian, but would not say his agreement aloud. He would have to take care of the demon boy discreetly. That is good and all, Lord Hokage. But the truth is that your son does hold a tailed beast. And it is the 9-tailed demon fox nonetheless. I think it would be wise if I were to train the boy so he would be able to be cut off. Absolutely not, Danzo. I am going to give my child to you, Minato, and I will train our boy personally. And before you say that my son should be executed, I promise I will leave this village with my son after killing those who dare to harm my son. Kishina roared. As his father and the person who put this curse on him, I also will leave this village if you do not honor my wish to view him as the hero who holds the demon fox back. Minato also said with rage. You can't leave your post, Lord Hokage. That will leave our village crippled, Kaharu said. Lady Kishina, we all understand your concern for your son, but I will treat him as the honorary son of the great 4th Hokage. Perhaps a voting is in order to see what the village truly wants. Danzo said. If that is the case, then the Hyuga supports Naruto with their parents, Hiashi said. Also the Hyugas declare war on anyone who dares to put his hand on the boy. We of the Inyazuka also offered our full support to the Hokage on this, Tsume spoke up. The same goes for the Aburum, Shibi said. The Uchihas support the Hokage, but I think it would be wise to at least let Danzo train the boy, Fugaku said. The Kimicha supports Lord Hokage and Lady Kishina completely, Chaoja said. The Amanaka does the same, Inoichi said. So does Nara, Shikaku said. If Lord Hokage doesn't mind, I have a suggestion. I suggest that the fact Naruto holds the demon fox should be kept secret. None shall speak about this to anyone. The children are not to be told about Naruto's tenant so that he may live a decent life. I find that suggestion to my liking. Does anyone have any logical objections? Minato asked. When there was none he said, as the 4th Hokage of the village hidden in the leaves, I hereby declare this law effective immediately. Should anyone break this law shall be punished by death and only death. With this law effective, the meeting is now dismissed. People started emptying the meeting room. 1 week later, Jiraiya came back to Konoha as soon as possible when he heard about the attack on Kyuubi. He asked who it was that did the seal, as it was impossible to do that seal and live. After a lot of mental debate, Minato and Kishina said that it was someone who they did not know. He just came and offered help, saying he would rather die to see Naruto happy. After a lot of convincing, Jiraiya left it at that. He could not force his prized student after all. Kakashi also accepted his teacher's decision and didn't bother to question him. Kishina was currently feeding her son in another room. So what have you planned for him, Minato? I mean, he is the son of the 4th Hokage. Jiraiya asked curiously. I don't know, Master Jiraiya. Extracting the Kyuubi from Kishina has taken a lot from her. She still can't do much hard work. And, as Hokage, I can't just stay here and guard them. I don't trust other people much to let them have charge of security. Minato sighed. Well, I wouldn't mind to take care, but you know me, I have to take care of my spy network. Jiraiya said. More like Orochimaru hunting. Minato retorted. Jiraiya tried to say something to Master Minato. I have an idea. I have had enough of Anbu jobs anyway. How about I quit Anbu? I will be satisfied with a Jounin rank and you can assign me as their guard. I will just do missions that have to be done by me. So that should do fine. Kakashi suggested. Minato's eyes lit up. If there was anyone he could count on after Kishina was his student Kakashi. You'll do that, Kakashi? He asked. Of course, Master Minato. You are my family. Kakashi replied. Alright then, from this day I appoint you as Kishina and Naruto's guard. You will have your Jounin rank. You can stay with us. Your duty starts from now, Minato said. Yes, sir. I'll just go get my stuff. Kakashi said. He bowed and left to get all his stuff from his apartment. Master Jiraiya, don't look down. I don't hate you. I understand your feelings for your ex-teammate. But you do have to take the role of a godparent. You know that, right? Minato asked with a grin. Of course, kid. I wouldn't want it any other way. Jiraiya smiled. Time went by. There were several assassination attempts from many people. Many accidents took place. Kakashi even managed to capture some to-be killers. The to-be murderers from various clans committed suicide before Kakashi could take them to interrogation chamber, and the civilian they caught had only issue believing that Naruto was only the demon's container, not its incarnation. Naruto grew up with very few but trustworthy friends. Most of the Uchihas did hate him, and the Hyugas were never known for open friendship. But he had a good friendship with Kiba Inyazuka, Shikamaru Nara, and Choji Akimichi. Even the quiet Shino Aburum came along with Torin, for Naruto was always friendly with everyone. Ino Yamanaka became friends with him, and soon Sakura Haruno followed suit. As for adults, he already had said clan head support. Asuma Tobi and Kurama also started to like the boy, not because of his heritage, but because of his cheerfulness. Tsunade used to come to Konoha more often only to meet Naruto. As Naruto grew up he started receiving training from Kakashi, Minato, and Kishina. Because of them his physical arts were very good and he was learning at a surprising rate. He became very fluent in using shurikens and kunes. They also started to give him extra weights to make his training more extreme. But to their surprise he always pulled it off. Minato and Kishina had suspicions that Kurama might be helping him, but no one was going to stop that. Having full control over a tailed beast was very impressive indeed, though it will take a long time for him to have full access to full power. Well, they had all the time in the world. Minato and Kishina thought about telling him about his partner sealed within him, but later decided to wait a bit more. Speaking about seals, Kishina and Minato had it in their blood to master seals, so Naruto also started to learn about sealing techniques. His mother never forgot to teach him about history and other stuff which would help him in the academy later. Meanwhile, Fugaku Uchiha was planning to assassinate the said boy. Every plan he did was foiled by either Kakashi or Kishina. Tension between his clan and the village was rising. He had to take a step, but he was drawing blank. He had no idea. He tried to enlist Danzo's help, but to his surprise and shock, even Danzo refused to take such actions, saying Naruto would be a valuable asset for Konoha. No matter how power-hungry or evil Danzo was, he was no traitor. He did what he thought was best for Konoha, only his tactics were underhanded. He had to do something. The stain he had on his clan's name, he had to murder the Kyuubi boy or he would lose control over his clan and they would attempt to take over the village with no good plan, but blind pride. He had to do something. He was strolling the streets until there was swirl in the space. There stood a man in an orange mask with a spiral pattern. "Hello there. You seem to be in trouble." The man said in a deep voice. "Who are you?" Fugaku asked in a voice hinting fear. "Oh, I'm just a ghost, a helper, and a Uchiha genie." The man said mockingly. "Are you making fun of me?" Fugaku asked with slight anger. There was something that the man in front of him possessed, giving him chills in his spine. "I can help you reclaim the village. You only have to follow my instructions," the man said. "And why should I believe you? Why would you help me? What is in it for you?" Fugaku asked. "I merely want to see my fellow Uchihas get what is rightfully theirs," he said as he showed Fugaku his Sharingan. Fugaku smiled and shook his hand indicating they had a partnership. Unknown to them a pair of red eyes with 3 Tama was spying on them. The wielder of those eyes burst into crows. "Are you sure about this?" Minato asked. "Yes, Lord Hokage. I am 100% sure that this is indeed what my father plans to do." Itachi Uchiha spoke. "This is something I want to avoid at any cost. The Uchihas are one of the founding clans. For them to disappear is not desirable," Minato said. "Lord Hokage, we should arrest only those who want to do such a cruel thing to Konoha. We can spare the others," Shikaku suggested. "I agree with Shikaku, Lord Hokage. We should take steps to avoid bloodshed as much as possible." Hiruzen voiced his opinion. "Lord Hokage, you seriously can't take such a decision with such softness. How can we know that the other Uchihas will not turn against us? How can we assume we will not be betrayed by the other Uchihas? You can't put the safety of the village in jeopardy. You must reconsider," Danzo said with a hint of supremacy in his voice. "Calm down, Danzo. I still haven't made any final decision. Itachi, I want you to keep a close eye on those who wish to go forward to betray our village. We will only take action only when they do. Till then they have the peaceful option. You're dismissed," Minato said. Itachi bowed and put his mask on his face. He started to leave, but Minato suddenly said, "Itachi, I would like an audience with you in the evening if you are free. Please come to my estate." "As you wish, Lord Hokage." He bowed and left. At Namika's estate, clang, clang. Kakashi deflected the shurikens Naruto threw. Naruto threw some more which Kakashi deflected with ease. He went to do a high side kick which Kakashi lazily caught. "Come on Naruto. You have to give more concentration to your surroundings. You can't just charge in. A ninja is supposed to stick to shadows and defeat his enemy," Kakashi lectured as he punched in Naruto's gut sending him flying before he could even draw any weapon. "Damn, that hurt." Naruto got up as he charged in drawing in both his hands. He did a butterfly kick which Kakashi caught with his hands and Naruto used that to cut his hand with his dot. "Ah, take that kaka bro. I finally managed to make a cut," Naruto said in joy. Alright. Calm down. I guess you won. That concludes our training." Kakashi admitted his defeat. "Now let's go to Ichiraku's. All I can eat at the buffet is waiting, your treat," Naruto said as he turned into a big saucer with tears running. Kakashi sighed as he looked at his wallet. It will be empty by the time Naruto is done. Kakashi Kishina called as a ray of hope emerged for Kakashi. "Minato's looking for you. He's waiting for you in the study room." "Hey, what about my ramen?" "Kaka bro?" Naruto whined. Sorry Naruto. Duty calls. See you. Kakashi ruffled his hair and gave him one of his eye smiles. Damn, Naruto could only whine. Naruto comes into the kitchen. I'll make you some of my special ramen. But you have to promise to finish today's studies. Kishina told him. Of course mom. Anything for you. I am a good boy. Naruto said with glee. Alright, guess I better get at it. She started to cook. Study room, and this is the situation. Itachi told Minato and Kakashi. I see. This is gonna get ugly if a step is not taken soon, Lord Hokage. Kakashi told Minato. Yes I know Kakashi. But I can't just order them arrested. We have no evidence. Minato reasoned. Itachi, I called you here for a reason. No matter what anyone says about this matter, you are to discuss it with me. I know you are one of the most loyal ninja in this village, so I want you to tell me everything you do about this case. Whatever the others offer, you are to inform me and me alone. I shall decide who should know what. Is that clear? Minato asked. Yes Lord Hokage, crystal clear. Itachi said. Very well. How about having dinner with us? I am sure Naruto would love to see you. Minato proposed. It will be an honor, Lord Hokage. Itachi sat down. Getting comfortable on a chair. At dinner, Itachi was greatly bothered by Naruto, which Itachi was very happy to see that some people still could put faith in them even after that particular incident. The rumor was still going that the nine-tailed demon fox was being controlled by and who attacked the village. Dad, you know I beat Kakabro in a spar, Naruto said. Now listen here Naruto, it was only a bet. Yeah, you beat me. Kakashi sighed. He was a bit proud that Naruto was able to outwit him and cut him. He was sure he wouldn't be able to. The boy sure had potential. Is that so Naruto? I am proud of you son. But you have to work harder if you want to fulfill your dream. Minato told him. He was planning to start his ninjutsu training very soon. Yeah. I am gonna work really hard and become Hokage. Just you watch, Naruto told them. Yes my little Naru, I know you can. Kishina said proudly. She was glad that Naruto had a natural interest in sealing techniques. Sure he couldn't make one, but she knew once she had enough knowledge, she would help him to make seals. He needed to finish studying the book she gave him though. Kakashi gave him a thumbs up. Itachi was glad to see such a happy family. If only his own family was a bit more like these people. After that night, Itachi became more trusting towards the Namikas. Even bringing along Sasuke Uchiha, his younger brother. After initial rivalry they quickly became close friends to Fugaku's disappointment. Sasuke was told to not mix with Naruto, but his mother Mikoto always did come to save him on those times, keeping his friendship with the blonde intact. Soon they came of age to join the ninja academy to start their path towards their dream, being a ninja. It was the first day of the academy. Naruto looked in the mirror. He wore black sandals, black cargo pants, black shirt, fingerless black gloves, and an orange vest which had the Uzumaki crest on its back. Alright, it seems everything is in place. I can't wait to go to the academy. I can't wait to meet the guys. I hope my friends will be in the same class as I am. Naruto said hopefully. Naruto? Are you ready, honey? Kishina asked. Yes mom, coming. Naruto came down jumping. Is dad gonna be coming with us mom? Yes Naru, he's waiting outside, Kishina told him. Alright. He rushed outside. They made their way towards the academy. Almost everyone bowed. There were some people who showed a hint of hate, but they weren't gonna do something inappropriate in front of their Hokage and the red hot-blooded habanero. Everyone valued their lives. He saw Ino, Shikamaru and Choji along with their parents. Mom, Dad, look. He said pointing to them. Hey you guys, he called out to them, waving at them. Hey Naruto, they welcomed him. Choji offered him some of his chips which he took. There was Sasuke alongside his brother Itachi, who was being eyed by Ino and Sakura seductively. Speaking of fangirls, he himself felt as if he was being watched by several lecherous eyes. He sweat dropped. Oi Naruto. Kiba called, who was alongside Shino. He greeted them back. They all gathered together. Ino was in a stalemate. She couldn't decide who was better, Sasuke or Naruto. Sakura greeted them. There was a shy girl who was standing behind a Hyuga guard. She seemed very scared. He moved forward. Hey there. I am Naruto Namikaze. What's yours? Naruto offered his hand. I am Hinata. Hinata Hyuga. And nice to meet you, Hinata replied, stuttering. Nice to meet you too, Hinata. I hope we get the same classes so we can be good friends. He gave him a thumbs up. Naruto, come on. It's time. Minato called his son. Humming dad. Naruto left. A friend. Hinata thought with hope. They all left to find their classes. When he found his class he was overjoyed seeing that all of his friends were there as well. Sasuke, Kiba, Shino, Sakura, Shikamaru, Choji, Ino. Even that shy Hinata was there. It was just perfect. Okay, maybe it was not all perfect. There were a good portion of fangirls among there. He wasn't even a ninja yet. How could he have fangirls? He sighed. There were many people who he didn't recognize. He took a seat with Sakura and Sasuke. But you get the feeling that you are being watched by something very evil. Sasuke whispered so that only Naruto could hear. Wow. You too? Naruto asked. They both nodded and shuddered. And that was how our Blonde Heroes Academy life began. They taught about history, basics about ninja techniques, about chakra, and, as such. After the theory classes they went out for practical class. Naruto nailed all the bullseyes with kunai and shuriken throwing, Sasuke followed suit. Even being pure amateurs, the whole class showed promise. Naruto's body techniques were top-notch, as training with Kakashi, Kishina, and Minato. Only Sasuke was close to him, although in terms of pure strength it was astonishingly chowgy. Kiba was good, but because of his short temper he was prone to mistakes. Hinata was also impressive with her gentle fist style. Everyone was doing well. As a basic technique they all were told to make a clone which everyone nailed, but Naruto. It seemed his chakra control was poor. No matter what he said he was given a poor remark on chakra control. With a sad face he went home with his mom and Kakashi. So how was my little Naru's first day at school went? Kishina asked. Mom, today one of the stupidest things happened. Naruto complained. Why dear? What's wrong? Kishina asked. I nailed almost everything they threw at me, but I couldn't make a stupid clone. Whenever I made a clone there was only disfigured or some weird ones. Naruto told him. I see. Well I think we should let your dad know about this. I think he has the perfect thing for you. Kishina said giving his son hope. When Minato came back home, Kishina informed him of Naruto's problem. Minato thought for a bit and took Naruto to a training field in the estate. Naruto. It's not that your chakra control is messed up. You merely have a very large amount of chakra which is uncommon, even for people who have more chakra than average. Minato told him. For you to perform clone technique means you have to have 100% chakra control. I have a better solution for you. Lord Hokage, are you really going to teach him that technique? Kakashi asked. He knew Naruto had unnatural chakra reserves even for someone who has a very large chakra capacity. Yes, I think it will be perfect. He is of enough age to start with it. Plus it will help him in training. Minato said as he made a cross seal with his hands and 2 clones poofed into existence. This Naruto is the shadow clone technique. You can also use this technique to speed up your training. Whatever your clones learn you also gain their experience as well. Really? Wow, it's so cool. Naruto said with awe. Let's see how many I can make. With that he made the seal and almost 300 clones came into existence. Kakashi was dumbfounded. 300 clones was not an easy feat even for a like him. And an 8-year-old boy made it. He was really impressed. Minato and Kishina both beamed with pride. Naruto then suddenly collapsed. They rushed towards him. Seeing he was merely suffering from chakra exhaustion, Kishina took him to his room. Kakashi and Minato decided from tomorrow they'd kick their training up a notch. Meanwhile, in Naruto's bed, Naruto was having a nightmare. The sky was crimson. He saw a boy who was an exact replica like his father. Only he had 3 whisker marks on both sides of his face. He had cuts and bruises all over his body. There was a girl lying beside him. She had pink hair. She had a deep gash across her chest. The boy with black hair was crouching his way towards him using his sword as a support. They were surrounded by pure destruction. Ablaze meteorites were falling like rain. Seems this might be our end. Naruto. The boy with black hair said. Naruto woke up screaming. Kishina and Minato rushed towards their son and soon Kakashi followed. What's wrong with my child? Kishina asked. Fearing there was someone trying to harm her son. Naruto, what's wrong, son? Minato asked. His voice filled with anxiety. Kakashi was about to do a search in the house, but Naruto stopped his whimpering. He sniffed, hugging his parents. Mommy, I had a very bad dream. He then started to tell them about his dream. Kishina and Minato listened to their son. Then they consoled him. It's just a bad dream, my Naru. Don't worry, mom is here. Kishina consoled me. Come on. You are gonna sleep with us today. With that Minato took Naruto in his arms and took him to his room and let Kishina sleep. Kakashi went back to his own room. Minato went to his study room and started thinking. Naruto's dream resembled a part of the memory the old Naruto showed who came from the future. Perhaps Kurama's memories were starting to affect him. He remembered what the future holds. He needed to prepare. Yes, he had lots of things that required his attention. With that he went to his room and put a hand around his son and drifted off to sleep. Next day, after classes when Naruto went home Kakashi called him. Naruto. Meet me at the training ground after you have freshened up and had a meal. We are going to train. Yes, Kaka bro. Naruto said things pretty fast and went to the training ground to meet Kakashi. Bye mom, gonna be at the training ground. Working hard, my boy Kishina waved. Training ground Namika's estate. Alright Naruto, before we start I want you to run your chakra through this piece of paper. Kakashi said, handing him a piece of paper. What is this thing called Kaka bro? Naruto asked curiously, taking the paper. It seemed pretty ordinary. These Naruto are papers made from a special kind of tree which are grown and fed with chakra. So even the slightest amount of chakra will make the paper react, depending on the nature of chakra. Kakashi informed him. Check mine out. He took a paper and charged a bit of chakra through the paper and it twinkled. This means mine is lighting. If it ignites and turns to ash it means the person has fire nature, if it splits into it's wind, if it turns to dirt and crumbles away it's earth, if it becomes wet damp it's water. Now then let's see what you have. Naruto obeyed and the paper split in two. It means I have wind, Kaka bro. Nice. It is pretty rare in Konoha. I can name a very few people. Your father, Hayama Shirakumo Danzu Shimura, Asuma Tobi, and a handful of Anbu have that affinity. Kakashi told him. Well if you want you can ask Asuma or Hayama for tips. For now, I suggest you create some clones to cut this leaf with your chakra. Naruto created about 50 clones and all of the clones took a leaf and started practicing. He sent 3 clones to look for any of them for some tips. He found Hayama Shirakumo at a dango shop with Kasuke Marubashi and Takuno Kanden. Hey guys Naruto waved. Hello Naruto. How may we help you? Hayama asked after all of them had greeted. Well you see I just found out I have a wind element but I can't seem to get it right. Naruto answered. Wow. That's rare. Well I can't show you here. Let's get to a training ground. Hayama said. Alright. I am at the training ground in Namika's estate. Naruto said and made the cross seal and poofed out of existence. Huh. A shadow clone. The kid's full of surprise. Takuno said, amazed. He really is the son of the fourth. It won't surprise me if he learns the trick by the end of the week, Kasuke said. Hayama made his way towards the ground and when he finally reached there he was shocked. There were about 50 clones that were training. He rubbed his eyes. Damn. Pretty soon we will be out of business once these guys take over, he thought. Naruto. He called. All the clones looked at him. His sweat dropped. The real one. A boy raised his hand. Come here Naruto. Naruto complied. Okay, so I mostly use my chakra as an extension of my blade. He said as he took out his sword and ran his chakra through it. My trick for this element is that I think of my chakra splitting into 2 halves that rub against each other. After they sharpen each other, fine pieces I rejoin them. Plus I can not only increase my range, but also the weapon's sharpness makes my weapon much more deadly. Listen, when blades of 2 equal ninja clash, the one with the sharper edge will win. Wind nature chakra is the best type for close to mid-range combat. But that knowledge, Naruto gave more attention to the pointers he got and started to make progress little by little. Hayama also stayed for the first 2 days to help him get it right. By the end of the 3rd day, he finally was able to cut a leaf perfectly. Alright Kaka bro, I nailed it. Naruto exclaimed. Just as he was sure of it, he pooped all the clones out of existence, forgetting about the fatigue that would follow. He collapsed and Kakashi took him home. Next day Kakashi made Naruto do the same exercise again. This time dispelling his clone slowly. Very good Naruto. I requested Lord Hokage for a person to help us in your training. Kakashi told him. It seems he is here. Kakashi said. A man with short brown hair and black almond-shaped eyes came into the field. He wore the same attire as Kakashi. Hello Kakashi, Naruto. I am Yamato. Lord Hokage asked me to help you with your nature transformation training. The man said. So then Kakashi, how can I be of your assistance? Yamato asked politely. Well as Naruto has already done the leaf cutting part, I think we should move it to a higher level. Kakashi informed me. Yamato if you do the honors. Got it, Yamato said as he made a tiger hand seal. Earth style. Earth style rampart. A gigantic rampart rose up beneath his feet. Then he made boar, dog, and ram seals consecutively. Water style. Waterfall basin technique. He finished his technique creating a waterfall. He made some more hand seals and cried wood style. The tree grew on the surface of the ramp and a pillar shot forward across the waterfall growing another tree. There you go. Alright Naruto, the next step for your training is to cut the waterfall in half. Kakashi told Naruto. Crap. Was the only word that came to his mind. He started his waterfall cutting training. Meanwhile in the Uchiha district Fugaku's home. Itachi bro, can you please come and help me with shuriken throwing? Sasuke begged. Sorry Sasuke, some other time maybe. Itachi made a hand gesture calling him. Sasuke sighed and then later ran towards him only to poke on the forehead. Oh Itachi bro. Itachi started to leave before the gate opened and some members of the Konoha military police force came. Itachi, we have some questions we would like to ask you. What is it that you want to ask me? Itachi asked. Yesterday we found Shisui Uchiha dead at the riverside. His eyes were taken out. Inabi Uchiha said. Where were you last night? And how did you come to the conclusion that I had anything to do with it? Itachi asked. You were known to be the closest with Shisui. Yushiro threatened. Clearly you can deduce why we came to such a conclusion. Also you and Shishu were the only ones who did not come to the clan meeting, Taka stated. If you think I had anything to do with it, I can tell you that you will find no proof. Itachi said rather arrogantly. I did nothing of such actions. And, as for yesterday, I was busy with a mission. So if you don't mind I must leave, I am getting late for my duty, as a ninja of the village hidden in leaves. Itachi shoved them from his path and went out onto the road. Your loyalty towards our clan is questionable. Inabi said. What is going on here? Fugaku asked. Inabi, Yushiro, and Tekka bowed. Lord Fugaku. I am sorry, but even though you are our commander we find your son's loyalty questionable. He's a suspect in the murder case of Shisui Uchiha. Yuhiro told Fugaku. Plan this, clan that. Your blindness towards your clan is the reason we are such a disgrace. Your blind pride is the reason we can't reach greatness. Your Itachi said, but Fugaku interrupted. Itachi apologize at this moment. Fugaku roared. Itachi bowed, I am sorry. Fugaku also bowed and said forgive him. Seems those Anbu missions have gone to his head. He must be very tired with all these missions. I will ask the Hokage to give him a bit of free time so that he can clear his head. Very well, but if we ever find anything suspicious, Inabi threatened, and his along with Yushiro, and Tekka's eyes flared and turned into the Sharingan. You won't find a reason to complain. I assure you. Fugaku said. Itachi only bowed and turned and walked slowly before flaring his own Sharingan. None of them noticed, but only Sasuke saw the Tomo in Itachi's eyes spinning and coming together to form 3 evenly spaced curves spiraling around the pupil before his eyes turned to black once more. On a pole no one noticed, but a man in an orange mask witnessed the whole incident. He said with an amused voice, interesting, before teleporting away from that place leaving no trace. It was a week after that incident. Naruto finally was able to cut the waterfall and started his elemental nature manipulation training. Currently he is sparring with Kakashi. Blind style. Gale Palm, Naruto cried as soon as he launched several shurikens toward Kakashi, giving the thrown projectiles a boost. Kakashi was able to deflect them thanks to his Sharingan. Even then he felt the projectiles had more force than usual. Naruto made several shadow clones and some of them cried again, wind style. Gale Palm. Just as before he threw several before crying out the technique. He was about to deflect them when he noticed that some of those had explosion tags attached to them. He quickly dodged and ran towards the other side. Naruto again did the same move and this time he also rushed in. Again Kakashi skidded and some of Naruto's throws exploded in smoke and turned into shadow clones. All of them moved to Kakashi with kunais in hand. Kakashi managed to dodge a blow and did a roundhouse kick dispelling a clone. He did an elbow strike to a clone making it poof out of existence. 2 clones came at him sideways. He dodged one and blocked another, punching the first one and spin to make a sidekick, dispelling both clones, but some clone came at him and held him at his place while another rushed in with a kunai. Behind them another Naruto made some seals and cried, wind style. Gale Palm after throwing some exploding. This time they managed to hit and the pace was filled with white smoke. Only Naruto could be seen, panting. Very good, Naruto. You were able to kill my shadow clone. Your fighting style has definitely improved. Kakashi congratulated him. Yeah, still it was just a shadow clone, Naruto said, disappointed. He wanted to do much better. Naruto, you are an academy student. Killing a Jounin rank ninja's shadow clone in a spar I think you should be proud of. I know I would be if I were at your place. Kakashi told him. Thanks, Kaka bro. Naruto said and sat down beside him. So how are your seals coming? You said you were working on some seals, Kakashi asked, tossing him a water bottle. Naruto gulped down some water in the bottle and said, well, I have some good ideas, but I am having problems with the design. What are your ideas? Kakashi asked. He was a bit curious. Well, I am working on a seal that will give much more damage than the average explosion tags, and I am trying to create the seal so that I can have the same effect without using any explosion tags, Naruto said. So basically you are trying to create the same effect with the explosion tags, but you won't need them for an explosion on any surface. Kakashi stated. He was impressed. The idea was good to reduce the usage of explosion tags, also it could make anything into a bomb. Also there was the ability to increase or decrease the damage to boot. Other than that I am working on a seal that I can place on a piece of cloth to carry more weapons and such. Naruto said. I see. Well, good luck. Your ideas are interesting. It'll be something to watch should you manage to make those. Kakashi said. Yeah, thanks Kaka bro. Guess I'm gonna head home. You coming? Naruto asked. Yeah, sure, let me. Before Kakashi could finish, an Anbu interrupted. Kakashi, you have been called by Lord Hokage. You are to be at his side immediately. Follow me. Alright Naruto. Go home. Don't stop anywhere. I'll join you as soon as possible. Kakashi said as he followed the Anbu. But Kakashi, so where is this place I am supposed to meet Lord Hokage? Kakashi asked the Anbu. You are to follow me. I can't reveal the location for security measures. The Anbu said. Kakashi's eyes narrowed. His teacher did trust him the most, he could have just used Flying Thunder God technique if it was that serious. He thought he should just let the situation play out a bit more before taking any actions. He has to keep his guard up though. They arrived at their destination when suddenly the Anbu exploded into smoke. An ambush. Kakashi revealed his Sharingan eye and took a fighting stance. Well we finally meet on battlefield Kakashi of the Sharingan. A man said. He had spiky light blue hair and blue eyes. He wore the standard outfit of the Konohagakure shinobi, complete with a flak jacket and a forehead protector on a long band that tapered off. Subiru Kakashi said. What are you doing? Oh don't blame him Kakashi. We also want a piece of the great copy ninja. There was a man with long brown hair and red makeup on his face and chin. He wore an umbrella on his back. Allow me the honor to introduce ourselves, I am Shura, he said. This is Toki. He pointed to a man with brown spiky hair who wore a mechanical drilling arm on his right hand. There was a person whose appearance was somewhat feminine who had short light blue hair held back by a hairband. And this is Manju. What do you all want? And why is Sabir with you? Did he betray the village? Kakashi asked. Simple. We all want your death. Sabiru said as he made a shadow clone. Shura aimed the tip of the umbrella at Kakashi. Toki aimed his gauntlet at him and the hand section started spinning. Manju made some hand seals. But Naruto was about to leave when there was a swirling distortion right before him. Out of it a man with a spiral pattern showing his right eye came forward. Hello. I am Tobi. Wanna play with me? He asked in a childlike voice as he tilted his head. Huh? Naruto was confused. A guy out of nowhere just came and of all the things he wanted to play, he needed to be careful. He took out the kunai which his dad gave him. He was told to use it whenever he was in trouble. He ran his wind chakra through the blade. It's really an easy game. Tobi said in the same childlike voice. You only need to die. Another vortex came out of his eye and through several mines. Naruto made the clone seal and 7 clones came into existence. All of them had that chakra-infused kunai. All of them shouted after making some hand seals, wind release. Gale palm. The result was instant. Tobi's projectiles were halted, thrown back, and exploded. But there wasn't even a scratch on the man's clothes. What Naruto said was a bit astonishing. You really are one impressive brat. Tobi said. He was impressed to see an 8-year-old boy perform that. He rushed towards him after making a ram seal, cried wood release. Cutting technique and a sharp wooden spike produced from his hand. Just as he was about to impale the boy he was hit by a blue orb and he activated his intangibility after receiving a moderate damage. You, as I said before, really are worthy of the title Yellow Flash, 4th. Tobi said. Minato was astonished but he couldn't afford to be stunned. He quickly flashed and took Naruto to his home and told him to tell his mom everything before flashing again. You are that man Minato said as he remembered their previous counter. Minato's flashback, it was the long-awaited day. Minato was doing all his work as fast as he could and teleported to Kishina whenever he got some free time. This sure is a day I'll never forget. Kishina said playfully. I wonder what I'll do first when Naruto is here she thought. Are you gonna be alright Kishina? Minato asked. He was really worried and excited. Today was the day Naruto was coming. Of course, Minato. I'll be fine. Just finish your job as soon as you can so we can get started. Kishina assured him. Minato left as soon as he did his paperwork and told it to bring his wife to the barrier and he flashed to the cave. At the barrier when the preparations were done she lied down and Minato held her hand. An Anbu medical ninja Taji along with Hiruzen's wife, Owako Saratobi, was there to help her. Things started to get rough. During childbirth the seal started to weaken a lot. Minato put his hands on Kishina's exposed belly, trying to stabilize the seal. A strong cry could be heard. Naruto was born. Outside, the Anbu guarding the cave saw a man with a long hooded black cloak and a yellow-orange mask with black pattern. Ha ha ha. I am a father now. Minato said with joy. Naruto we finally met. Kishina said in a weak voice. Owako showed both of them their son before moving away to give Kishina and Minato some space to work on the seal. Alright. I know it's rough having just given birth, but we need to completely suppress the 9 tails again. Minato started to work on the seal. But the scream both Taji and Owako fell to the ground, dead. The masked man had Naruto in his hands and said, 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze step away from the or this child will die after its first minute. The man threatened. Who are you? Minato asked. He was panicking. He heard Kishina whimper in pain. Kishina the Nine Tails was trying to break away from the seal. "Hurry up and move away from the don't you care what happens to you little brat?" the man asked. Wait, stay calm. Minato pleaded. "Speak for yourself, I am supremely calm," the masked man said and threw Naruto up and drew a kunai in his left hand. Naruto Kishina screamed and Minato flashed and caught his baby. "Impressive." However, the man said. "Minato." Naruto. Kishina was afraid. Explosion tags, Minato thought. Before the explosion could take place he flashed and took Naruto from the blanket. Few Naruto's not hurt. He forced me to use Flying Thunder God, his target was Kishina so he separated us. Gotta hurry, he thought, as he flashed once more to put Naruto to a safe place. He flashed again just to see Kishina about to get smothered by the now free fox, but he was able to save her. "They don't call you the Yellow Flash for nothing, but you're too late. The man said. "Minato, Naruto, is Naruto alright?" Her voice was even weaker than before. "Yeah, he's fine. He's in a safe place right now," Minato replied. "Thank goodness," Kishina said. "Minato, you have got to stop that man and the Nine Tails. They are planning to hit the village." Hearing that he flashed once more to take Kishina to Naruto. "Just be with Naruto for now, my love." He went to the wardrobe and put on his Hokage robe. "Good luck, Minato." "And thank you," Kishina said. "I'll be right back." Minato told her and flashed once more. The moon was shining brightly. Streets of Konoha were still filled with civilians and ninja. Fuagaku was talking with Genma Shiranui when a huge shadow enveloped them. Genma fell. Everyone in the street looked upwards with eyes filled with terror. Red fur, white teeth, Nine Tails. "It's the Nine Tails." Someone screamed. The fox roared, lifted a paw and brought it down, smashing a building into pieces. The shockwave was enough to push back all of the people there. The fox advanced. People started running around with panic, everyone had only one thought, run away. The Yellow Flash. Minato stood atop the monument. "Did you notice me?" he said. Kyuubi looked at him, his teeth showing, as if he were smiling. He stood on 2 feet and put all his tails close to his mouth and started forming a large sphere. Tailed beast bomb. Minato thought. He had to stop it no matter what the cost. He drew one of his specials after doing a unique set of hand seals. "I won't let you destroy this," he said, and he thought, with that much power I had to carefully choose where I redirected. Kyuubi fired the massive ball of destruction. The ball halted as soon as it came in contact with Minato's created barrier. The barrier formed around the bomb and teleported the bomb away. A huge explosion was heard. Minato thought about his next actions, but broke out of his thoughts when the masked man teleported behind him and tried to touch him. Minato reacted and slashed only to see that his attack merely passed through. The man laughed. Minato tried slashing again, this time the man blocked it, locking his hand with him. "I am your opponent. And you're done for," the man said as he started sucking Minato into the pocket dimension his eye granted. Minato teleported away with a flash as soon as he thought he had no other option. "He got away so fast," the man said. He looked at the village and saw the Kyuubi rain mayhem on the village. Minato flashed at the spot where the last battle with the masked man took place. He thought my attack passed right through him. What was that technique? Who was that guy? He thought for a moment what to do. I am worried about the village, but his thoughts were interrupted when a swirling distortion in front of him took place and the man teleported to that place. "How did you get this far in just the blink of an eye?" the man asked. Minato got up and took a fighting stance. "Who are you? Why are you attacking the leaf?" he asked. "What good would it do if I told you? You'll all be finished off in no time anyway," the man mocked. "There is no hope for you," he said as chains fell attached to braces on his wrist resembling shackles. He shot forward as he threw his chain behind him. He threw some as he also shot forward. Before the man reacted, Minato flashed right behind him and threw some punches. He dodged some and let some pass. "Are you Madara Uchiha?" Minato asked between trading blows. The ability to slip past leaf security, summoning the Nine Tails. This only matches him, but he can't be. He is supposed to be dead. The man questioned him back, "What do you think?" and pulled his chain as he tried to hit him with it only for Minato to teleport away. Minato figured this wasn't best for body techniques. He decided to keep it close combat. He kept the man on his toes as Minato teleported all around him making some minor cuts. The man was good with his chains as he deflected his thrown projectiles and blocked some of his slashes. With amazing speed, he flashed behind him to throw a kick followed by a punch. He flashed a bit far as he thought of his next actions when they felt a tremor. Minato not taking him off the enemy readied himself for another assault, but his face showed worry. "You seem concerned for the village," the man started, "but that doesn't mean you can let me out of your sight, does it? You must be feeling conflicted about the 4th Hokage. I'll just have to trust that the 3rd Hokage and the villagers can take care of the hidden leaf." Right now, I've got to focus on finishing this guy off. He thought as he took another battle stance. As they were having a close combat clash with kunai and chain, he suddenly flashed right in front of him as he placed his hand on his heart. Now a seal beneath his palm was seen that soon expanded at the man's left side with yellow light. "What is this, a contract seal?" the man asked. "The nine tails no longer belong to you." Minato answered and teleported away from his opponent. He threw a kunai which the man let pass through him, only to see that Minato was right on top of him with a blue orb in his right hand. "Spiraling sphere," Minato cried as the ball crashed into the man. "Flying Thunder God, level 2. Arg," the man cried as he activated his intangibility to let the ball pass, and he shot forward. He and Minato had stared at each other. Both of them shot forward. Minato started creating a spiraling sphere in each hand. He whispered, "Heaven and Earth exploding funeral," as he rushed forward while remaining intangible, leaving a trail of explosive tags behind him, detonating them when he stopped. Minato was astonished. He destroyed all of those that were placed in the battlefield. "So is that it? Does your secret lie in your?" the man asked curiously. Luckily Minato had already marked the man. He teleported just as the man became solid, taking advantage. He hit him with both of the orbs, simultaneously blasting the man into the air. Then he teleported behind the man, slamming another blue orb into the man, making him crash into the ground. He teleported a bit far from his fallen opponent. The man got up panting. He had some serious wounds, showing how ravaging Minato's technique was. "They're worthy of your title, 4th Hokage. Inflicting this much injury upon me and separating me from the nine tails," the man commended. "But he will be mine for good one day. I shall rule this world. There are plenty of ways to go about it," he said as he teleported away. Even his tone, he's not joking around, Minato thought. But for now. He couldn't finish as there was another tremor. He flashed again right on top of Kyuubi, who was preparing another tailed beast bomb. He was riding on Gamabunta, who fell crashing on top of and interrupted the beast's concentration. "Not so fast, you moron," Gamabunta said. "Lord Hokage, I know," Minato said as he started making some hand seals and jumped onto the fox's head, teleporting himself along with the fox. He flashed them to an area far away from the leaf and once more teleported to Kishina. He had brought him along with his child in this forest. He was panting hard. "Are you okay?" he asked, panting. "Somehow breath I managed to get this far," he said, gasping. "But I don't have breath, much chakra left." The fox looked at them with malicious eyes. "I'll stop him. One way or another. There are precious things I must protect," he said with conviction. "As long as I have that, I swear." He got up as he looked at the fox. "I'll never give up." He started making the hand seals but was interrupted by Kishina. "Wait. I can still do it." She turned as her back was faced at the fox. She gritted her teeth and produced some chakra chains that went into the ground and shot from the ground to form all around the fox, binding him. She started coughing. Kishina Minato was now on the verge of tears. "I'll take the nine tails with me to my death," Kishina told him. "So that the interval until he emerges again cough is delayed. It's all I can do to help you two right now with my remaining chakra. Thank you for everything up till now. Kishina, you're the one who made me the 4th Hokage, who made me a man," Minato said as he hugged his son and wife. "And made me this child's father. And yet I am useless." Minato doesn't look so sad. "I'm happy I got to be loved by you. Plus today is Naruto's birthday," so Kishina kept going with her weak voice. "Most of all, if I were to imagine myself alive and our future together as a family of 3, then I can't see us as anything but happy." Minato started crying now. Kishina said, "But if I were allowed one regret, I wish I could have seen Naruto grow up." Minato was struggling to hold back his tears. "Kishina, there is no need for you to die to kill the nine tails. Preserve what little of chakra remains for your reunion with Naruto," Minato said, confusing Kishina. Minato kept going, "I am going to seal the rest of your chakra inside Naruto. It'll be part of an 8-sign sealing. And I'll take the nine tails with me. Not being the only sealing technique I can do is Reaper Death Seal. But you will die before Kishina can finish." Minato interrupted her. "Oh, any more thing, I will seal away only half of the nine tails. Partly because it's impossible to seal away so much power and also to preserve the power balance between the elemental nations. I will seal half of the nine tails in Naruto. Kishina, I know you won't like this, but remember the prophecy Master Jiraiya told us. I became sure of 2 things today. 1. That masked man who attacked you will bring catastrophe to this world. 2. This child, our son, will stop him. He will open up the future I have no idea how, but I am sure of it. Minato, can we do anything to avoid this?" Kishina pleaded. Hoping that her son would not have to suffer the same pain she had to as the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki, a human sacrifice. "Kishina, you know just as well as I do, it is impossible. I can't ask another parent to sacrifice their child if I myself can't do that. Let's believe in him." he said as he started to make demands, seeing that her son would have to suffer for the rest of his life, not to mention that he would never have the love of a father. Her heart fell, unwillingly one of her chakra chains came loose, giving the demon fox the opening to use his claw to kill the child along with his parents. He lifted his paw, extended one of his claws to attack. There was an orange flash. Thanks for watching my video, leave a like if you enjoyed my video and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time, till then sayonara.